I want to ask you, what do you think about this? A situation that is near and dear to both of us. We've talked about it. I think I've talked about it on your platform. You've talked about it on my platform. Bun B testified about the home invasion where someone held a gun to his wife's head, and he came downstairs. They tried to run off. He shot the person, but the person did get away and survived, and they did get arrested. Now they were getting sentenced. He did testify, or he gave a testimony at the sentence to, like a victim statement. And essentially that person got 40 years. Some people are conflicted. Did he snitch? I think we need to stop this bullshit with snitching. I think we're just in the era already where, like, the more people keep saying snitching, you look stupid. It's like the person who keeps saying snitching, you keep looking at them like, yo, wait, you still believe in that? Like, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Bun B is a 50-something-year-old grandfather at this point. He's a business owner. He has a catalog of music that does talk about gangster music and stuff like that, but he is way beyond that. He was a victim in a home invasion that he protected himself for. I would have done the same thing. I would have shot up the dude, and I've had a home invasion situation, so I understand how these things play out. I would have shot up the dude as well. I probably would have tried to kill him, if at all possible. And I would take the stand on him, because this is someone who came into my home. I want this motherfucker away forever. Put a gun to my family's head and everything else like that. Like, yo, fuck that dude. And at the end of the day, you have to call the police. You just shot someone in your house. You have to call the police. What are you supposed to do? Hide the body?
Yo,
go on the run? Like, want to chop it up? Like people.
That's the internet say the dumbest shit. Yeah. They're like, yo, well, why you gotta take the stand? Listen, first and foremost, if somebody try to run your house, you're a law-abiding taxpaying citizen. Yeah. You gotta protect yourself. They got a gun. Like, his wife, I don't even think would ever even forgive him if, like, he was like, nah, I gotta keep it street. Nah, yeah. I can't. Yeah, man, what are you talking about?
It's dumb. And it's like, you can't hold a person to the music they made when they were in their teens and their 20s. They're a different person. Jay-Z would probably testify if given, be put in that same kind of situation.
As he should.
Someone came in and put a gun to Beyonce's head. You think Jay-Z's just going to let that person get probation and possibly come back and get revenge? Fuck that dude. I'm glad he got 40 years.
Yeah, no.
If he's in his 30s, he's going to get out of 70s, his dumbasses.
Bun
probably won't be alive by that point, because Bun's in his 50s.
I personally think that dude got off light. I think he should have got a death sentence on.
Well, you can't get a death sentence if nobody dies.
No, I think Bun B should have just executed him. Yeah. Like, that was the only way. You know what I mean?
You bring a gun into someone's home, you should be prepared for that to be the last thing you ever do.
And also, I'm down for hefty penalties. Like, when it'd be like, if you speed through this construction zone, you get 3 times the fine. You do a crime in another man's home, in their domicile, where they rest their head, where they think they should have the ultimate safety and security, you get 3 times the penalty.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were in Texas, I believe, which is a stand your ground kind of state. Because it gets dicey, man. Like, I remember when I was in New York, when I got my guns in New York, the police explained to me that if someone breaks into my home, I pull out my gun, they turn around and run, and I shoot them in the back, I could be charged with murder.
Oh, yeah, they told me that too.
Yeah, it's wild. But in Texas, that shit don't apply.
Yeah, I asked them, they said, listen, they come in your house, they have all your earthly belongings in a bag. And they said, as long as they turn around, that they're running with the bag to leave, you cannot shoot them. You need to call the police at that point. They said, now, if you reasonably believe they have a weapon, they're facing you, and they stand a threat. I'm like, damn, I got to be like Tom Brady in this situation.
I believe in certain southern states that if you come home and see your wife in bed with another man, you could shoot them, and it's legal. Yeah, it's legal.
Oh, shit.
The South got some wild ass laws, man.
Hey, if you live in the Northeast, the only thing that might protect you, and I know Jersey recently went to the Supreme Court to basically, because they used to have this statute. This one guy, there's a notable case in Jersey. A guy broke into someone's house to steal. while stealing, he got injured. He did get arrested, but he sued the owner of the home for his injuries and won.
I've heard
Shit's crazy.
I've heard of stories like this, man.
There's something called the castle doctrine now that later basically says, hey, listen, even though you don't have self-defense rights in New York and New Jersey, if you're in your home, you don't have to flee. However, if the intruder is fleeing, you can't kill him.
This is why you should just kill him, and then there's really no testimony at that.
You gotta be on some OJ shit. Just flip the body, drag him over here,
shoot him in the front. Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, you should just get rid of that person.